Should you work for free as a freelancer? I've done both. I've done free work and I have turned down free work. In this video, we are just going to talk about when free work might actually help you if you're a freelancer, when it's a trap in disguise and like a complete no-no. And even if you decide to do free work, there are 3 things you should keep in mind so you do not waste your time and your energy. Welcome to the first episode of the Freelance Q&A Series, and this is a series where I answer real questions from freelancers. If you have your questions, feel free to send them using the Google form below. And today's episode is about, should you work for free as a freelancer? I get this question. In fact, when I was a beginner, this question haunted me because I was like, should I not? Some people online are like, no, you should never ever work for free. And some people are like, you know what, you should do free work to get your foot in the door. And I'll be addressing all of that in this video. So if you're new here, please do well to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. Let's get right into it. So when can working for free actually help you? I'm going to give you 3 scenarios. So first of all, if you're trying to build a portfolio, and I did this for myself when I was starting out as a beginner, I was learning and I knew I wanted to monetize whatever I was learning further down the line. So I kind of like volunteered to work on a couple of free projects, not a lot, just a couple of free projects just to get my foot in the door, just to hone my skills, just to get that client's testimonial that you can add to your portfolio and make it even more credible. So if you're looking to build a portfolio, if you're looking to gain the trust of future clients you'll be working with, there's nothing wrong with working for free. Another instance where working for free would actually make sense is skill development. I see a lot of people taking like courses and they just take this course that takes 6 months, 9 months. I've been in this game for 4 years and I can tell you for a fact the fastest way to learn any skill is through practice, and not just practicing like through real practice, like working with someone that has real problems and actually solving those problems. Of course, it might not be like a one size fits all, and that might not always be the case, but if there is a way to work with someone, even if it's for free, just to like practice whatever you're learning in a course, trust me, do it. Like, you will be way ahead of anyone that's trying to just sit down, watch a 10-hour course, or I don't even know how many hour courses are these days. Trust me, you will learn really faster and you move really quickly. So if you're looking to upskill, learn a new skill, you can offer your services for free so you actually learn on the job. A third reason when it might make sense to work for free would be for strategic relationships. Sometimes some people do free work just to like get that connection, and it's a valid reason, although it might not be one I will typically like recommend firsthand, like, oh, do this. But some people actually do that just to get that connection, just to build that connection, and then from there they can like start charging for their work. Typically, if I am to do this, I'll take on a really little project and then do it for free, but nothing really big just to prove yourself. No, I think you'll just be going down a slippery slope and you don't want to do that, and you're not even doing with the intentions of learning. I feel like it's something you can't particularly control, but again, some people do it and it works for them. So I think that's why I just had to add it here. If you're looking to like create those strategic relationships, maybe it will work for you, maybe, but typically it wouldn't be like my first choice, like my first reason for doing free work. Now, this is my golden rule when it comes to free work. Free work doesn't mean forever, like you just keep doing free work forever and ever and you just like stretch it for a really long period of time. I believe it's not worth it and it's not a good investment of your time and energy. I feel the sweet spot is between 1 to 3 months. 3 months is even a stretch, but between 1 to 3 months is fair for free work. If it's shorter than 1 month, even better. Because trust me, if you are honing a skill, I feel like it shouldn't take so long to get the basics, and then every other thing you can learn along the way. But beyond that, if there is no form of compensation, then I would say it's probably not worth it, and you may want to consider other alternatives. You may want to even if it's a little stipend you're being paid every month. I feel like that's fair instead of being paid nothing. Now let's talk about when working for free might actually be a bad idea. If you hear a client tell you, we don't have the budget right now, but to give you exposure, run for your life. It's not the client that will tell you what free work can do for you. It's you that determines what that free work will do for you, whether it's exposure or whether it's testimonial or whether it's some kind of social proof. the client does not decide what that free work should do for you. Do you get? Because clients that start that way often never really pay further down the line. They just feel like, if you've been doing free work, why exactly are you asking for money now? Like, why the audacity? So if you come across a client like that, just there's no point doing that free work. Like, if you have weighed the situation and you're not getting testimonials, you're not breaking into any industry, you're not learning anything new, it doesn't really contribute to your trajectory, you probably shouldn't be doing that free work. So other scenarios where I wouldn't recommend free work is if you already have like your proof of work, you already have testimonials. I'm really not sure why free work might be your best choice. You might want to consider like maybe lower paying jobs instead of just free work. Also, in situations where they say it's a free internship, but that internship is not necessarily contributing to your growth, I feel like anything that has internship attached to it should be an opportunity for growth and learning. So if everything that is covered in that internship is something you already know and can do, then that internship is not for you, and you shouldn't be doing that kind of free work, except it helps accelerate your skills, it helps accelerate your growth and improve your skills. Then of course go for it. Else, because these days we see that lots of internships that are actually free, it's just an avenue for free labor, not necessarily for the experience. It's like they just want to bring people in for free labor, but they're not necessarily teaching them anything new or even supporting their growth in any way. And it's a red flag for me. It's a no, just carry your things and run. You can learn on YouTube and you can work with clients at a lower rate just to get your foot in the door. My mantra is saying no to the wrong opportunities, so I have the time and energy to say yes to the right opportunities. So if you keep entertaining all this free work, trust me, you will have the time or energy to look for those paid opportunities that you truly desire. So say no today. Now, if you decide to take on free work as a freelancer, say at the beginning stages of your career, and you just want to do things that will fast track your progress, then here are 3 things you should keep in mind so you do not by any chance slip into that energy trap of free work and then you just spend all your time and energy doing free work. So first of all, you have to set clear expectations, set clear timelines, deliverables. Say this is your first client and you're like, okay, I can do this for you for free. There should be expectations that are clear. Okay, this project takes 2 weeks. We have this number of revisions. We have just make it all clear, because these boundaries is actually what will protect you, the freelancer, further down the line, if you're able to communicate it upfront. Now, if you're working with someone and some kind of internship arrangement, then you want to know how long this internship should last, or is actually meant to last. You don't want to like just keep doing a 1-year internship that is free. Why? You may not want to do that, right? Because you will just be spending your time and energy without really getting a good ROI on it. So again, set clear expectations. Secondly, communicate your reasons. State it, like tell them, okay, this is why I'm doing this. I would like to work on this project for free in exchange for a testimonial and the opportunity to showcase that on my portfolio. Say it, because you don't want to get to the end of the job and then you realize that the client is just reluctant to give you a testimonial. They are not willing to share. They are not even interested in sharing how they felt about the project. And then you are leaving the bargain with no, like you're leaving the deal with nothing. You spent your time, you've spent your energy. So of course, be respectful, but that's not the time to be coy about what you actually desire from this relationship. So you can communicate respectfully and tell me, hey, I would like to work on this for free in exchange for a testimonial, or in exchange for your thoughts. It doesn't have to be testimonial. In exchange for your thoughts on the project, I'm looking to maybe build my portfolio or something. Like, just communicate it in a respectful manner, but communicate it regardless, so that at the end of the deal, you will not walk out empty-handed. So my third point is set a clear end goal. At the end of the project, you should be able to hand off like in a clean manner, such that the project doesn't drag on and then you just keep coming back doing free work and then it just gets so complicated. No, it should be clear. The end goal should be clear. And if they need your services afterwards, we can give them your rates. Oh, this is how much I charge for this, I'm willing to do it for you. Or you can let me know your budget and I can craft something that suits your budget, you know. But it shouldn't be free forever. It shouldn't be free forever, right? And you wouldn't want the project to stretch for so long. You want it to like be within a reasonable time frame as well. So to answer your question, should you work for free? If it helps you towards your goal with your portfolio, with testimonials, go for it. Else, you don't want to be stuck. You don't want to waste your time and energy as a freelancer. Free work should be a stepping stone, and it should be intentional and strategic. But I'd love to hear your take. Have you ever worked for free? How was it like? What made you like decide to take on that free project? What exactly inspired you? And have you ever turned down a free project? Please let me know how you did it, because these days the amount of free internships you see on the internet in disguise of, oh, it's going to be an internship, when it's just free labor they want. Let me know your experience in the comment section, and please subscribe if you haven't. Until then, I'll see you in my next Q&A series.